Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Well, Donald Trump says that Hunter's been a bad, bad boy, but he would probably pardon him. Wow. Think about that effect and painting the differential between him and Joe Biden. Because we know how Joe Biden has unleashed his Justice Department on Trump. That's incredible. And it's a smart move to say it. Whether he does it, who knows? All right, $135 million has been released to the Palestinians. You know, this foreign aid stuff, just think about that. Israel is our ally. They're at war. Why would you fund the people there? I mean, this humanitarian relief is a bunch of crap because it isn't really humanitarian relief. And it's just, the concept of it makes no sense to me at all. War is hell. If you make war less hell, war goes on longer. Bill Clinton, unbelievable. See, he's getting dementia. You know, he's got the shakes. You've seen it. And he's going to say things that his brain isn't going to cut off, just like Joe Biden. He said in a speech, he goes, well, she's a physically attractive woman. I mean, why would you say that? Then he went on to talk about how he disagrees with their policies. But why does those words come out of his mouth? By the way, just so you know about Carrie Lake, she looks a lot like Jamie Spindley, the Brit's girlfriend, Anna. Anna, I hope you're watching this, because you know I've told you that. All right, Jack Smith will be fired seconds after Trump wins. Or he takes office. And I think we can all believe that, too, and understand that. Economy poll, Trump is now back on top on who would handle the economy by a good little margin. I'm telling you, you just think about all the things that are going Trump's way. It's a beautiful thing. Wall Street Journal poll, Trump's up 2 national, just like the Fox News poll. Male voters continue to go towards Trump, especially young male voters. The male gap is bigger than the female gender gap. Nevada, Arizona, Trump went to both places yesterday. He's doing 3 to 4 more rallies than his opposition, closing hard. Harris wants to pack the court and add justice is another dumb move. I mean, everything she says just is all, I mean, come on. She is being destroyed by even CNN at the CNN town hall. David Axelrod, the big Democratic consultant to Barack Obama, says it's nothing but word salads. Trump is going to go the Saturday before Election Day to the big Penn State-Ohio State game, which is at Penn State. Another smart move. Harvard, can't make it up. Harvard wants a militant democracy to block him from becoming president. Think about this. All these things they accuse Trump of doing, they openly are talking about now. It's insane. Hillary calls Madison Square Garden rally that Trump's planning to be like an Adolf Hitler Nazi rally. It's unbelievable. And by the way, I call this, you know, I was a prophet of this whole thing of how it was going to lay out, that she was going to fall apart. Trump did win that debate on substance, and it's just come to pass, and now they're in quicksand. So they're just desperate, and when you're desperate, it gets worse. It gets worse. Do not be a ruddish, lily-livered bandog. Your Shakespearean insult of the day. Check out my show every day. Make sure you subscribe. Also, check out ericdeters.com. Thank you for all your support. And coming up next is our local news. Ladies and gentlemen, American jury, local news. Anthony Prorino has now been charged with 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency of the minor with his beer pongs. We posted the photo. We blurted the ladies out. We blocked the ladies out, the 2 young ladies. By the way, remember, one young girl had lingerie looking top on, and her pants were unbuttoned. And the principal is beer ponging. I got some inside scoop. I want to talk to you about this, though. He's been charged by Kenton County Police in Kenton County with 2 charges of contributing to delinquency of a minor, alcohol, or giving alcohol, whatever. Apparently it's just a fine offense or something. There's no doubt he's going to get fired over it. But I want to just share a couple things with you. I've watched the video, and we didn't post the video even though we pixeled them out, because I thought to myself, it would, I don't want to get, how Facebook is, so I was being cautious. But a couple things I want to share, two big major points. There is no doubt in my mind from watching that video that, 3 points, that he was grooming. He's grooming. He's hanging out, playing the cool dad. He's grooming. Number two, if that is what was shown and we got that, what has the guy done relative to his grooming that wasn't captured? Number two, inside scoop. You know who was videotaping that? His daughter was videotaping that. And his daughter had a falling out. The girl with the pants unbuttoned, her best friend. They had a falling out. And what I think what went down is dad's trusting daughter to videotape that. Daughter is trusting friend with it. They have a falling out. Girl unleashes it. Boom. So that is a lesson. I mean, like, do you really think you got that many people involved in something like that and you think you're going to keep it quiet? It's sad. It's sad. My guess is in this day and age, he's done as a principal. By the way, back in the day, I'm 61 years old. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name schools. But full-blown sexual relations between teachers, coaches, and high schoolers went on all the time without consequence, and everybody knew about it. But the times have changed. Again, I just wanted it to be reported, and I led the charge on this. Everybody started, every time I did something, I mentioned the name. Okay, then they mentioned the name. I showed the picture, then they would show the picture. Okay, Scott County deputy who is now paralyzed got shot in the Kentucky Supreme Court ruling, and I forgot, I had some more details, but his case can now go forward. Kevin Niehaus is the special needs teacher and soccer coach out of the Boone County Middle School that got online to find information about he was sentenced. Fire truck case, a Pendleton County firefighter, young man, is apparently going to be okay, but he rolled his truck. Hope the Pendleton County community all rallies around him and gets their new truck, and I'm sure they got insurance and everybody's okay. A 5-year-old was shot over in Cincinnati. It never ends. We don't know the name. 3 individuals were stabbed to death in a College Hill home. Stabbed to death. I don't think anybody's been arrested. Coming up next, Jamie Spindley in World News.
Hello guys, the latest world headlines. Let's see what's going on today. A train carrying around 55 passengers derailed along Norway's northeastern coast last night, resulting in 1 death and 4 injuries. Northern Norway's Joint Rescue Coordination Center initially reported uncertainty regarding the extent of the wreckage. A rebel attack in India-controlled Kashmir killed 2 Indian soldiers and 2 civilian potters this morning. The incident follows the recent death of 7 construction workers in the disputed region. In other news, 3 journalists were killed in an Israeli airstrike targeting a guest house compound in southern East Lebanon, where over a dozen reporters were staying. Witnesses reported the site was marked with visible press signs, with vehicles in the courtyard clearly identified as media. And Coca-Cola announced a recall in Austria of 28 million bottles, unbelievable, citing concerns that some of its beverages might contain metal splinters. Imagine drinking one of them and getting metal stuck in your mouth. The recall affects Coke, Fanta, Sprite, and Mezzo-Mix products. I've never heard of Mezzo-Mix. Have you, Sabrina? No. With best before dates between February the 4th, 2025 and April the 12th, 2025. So if you like Coke, don't go to Austria. You're up to date on the world news. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back Monday. Coming up next, Sports Without Boundaries. Cheerio!
Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, in November, there's going to be a 14-hour, I think it's on November 14th, at Great American Ballpark, a visitation for Peter Edward Rose. In addition to that, there's going to be a game, I think it's April 14th, where they're going, or May 14th, where they're going to honor Pete Rose also at Cincinnati. Rams 30, Vikings 20. Matt Stafford threw 4 touchdown passes, upset the Vikings. Dodgers and Yankees begin tonight. Folks, if you follow baseball, you're going to love this. If you don't follow baseball and you like to check out some baseball, this series is an incredible series. And the reason why is the storied franchises on West Coast, East Coast are playing. And at the top of the order, each of these teams have potential and probable Hall of Famers, 3 of them. I mean, you got 3 Hall of Famers on each team and the first 4 batters. It's something else, and they're going to go head-to-head. NBA scores, I apologize because I was going to go through them today. Same thing with NHL scores, but I just don't have them. A lot of great college football this weekend. We'll report the scores. Remember, the Bengals-Eagles on Sunday at 1 o'clock at home. Go Bengals. Coming up next, pop culture. All right, here we go with pop culture. I got to talk about this. This was announced yesterday that District Attorney Gaskin, who's apparently losing by 30 percentage points, his office announces that they are going to recommend the release of the Menendez brothers, subject matter of the great Netflix series, which I watched, and it was good. But I want to tell you something, folks. I was listening on Fox News Radio, on Sirius Satellite Radio on the way into the office, and they had an assistant in the office who apparently was allowed to come on and talk against it. His office is divided about this. And what this assistant district attorney laid out on this is unbelievable, including the fact that he says the so-called letter that they're using is complete bogus. These 2 kids murdered their parents. The abuse, in my opinion, is bullshit. And here you have another liberal, crazy district attorney. I mean, it's almost like when Gaskin leaves the district attorney's office, is he going to join a cartel gang or something? I mean, it's insane. Prosecutors are supposed to prosecute. Gaskin it's unbelievable. He's a prosecutor on the side of criminals. But folks, don't buy it. The Menendez brothers should stay in prison, and I think they will. This is off the charts. Oliver Anthony says he's going to leave the music industry. He's had enough. He says a joke. Can you imagine what this young man with that pure heart has had to deal with, getting in the music industry? Hope he made a couple $1 million or more that he can retire and say screw him. This is a picture. A buddy of mine went over to China, and I have to share this with you. This is crazy. I didn't know this. That's a Chinese toilet. The Chinese squat to pee and poop. Is that not crazy? They squat. Karina Kopf is an OnlyFans superstar. I've never checked her out, but sometimes I do these things. But Karina Kopf is an OnlyFans. She made $2 million her best month, and she is now retiring. Is that not amazing? A hot chick who wants to lose their modesty. Neiman Marcus is facing a lot of backlash. The Dallas, Texas-based department store, Neiman Marcus, they removed the word Christmas from their Christmas catalog. Unfreaking believable. All right, this is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great weekend.